Yo, what is up, you guys? Barokoshama here with another workshop. This one's going out to my buddy EyrieWow at twitch.tv/Barokoshama. This is where we do all of the roast shops / workshops, whatever you want to call them. They're all good fun and learning, of course. So, bit of a disclosure. I have his permission to use his video in this video. So I have to say that too. Also, if you guys want to participate in the workshops / roasts that we do here on twitch.tv/Barokoshama, you can just follow the rules down below in the video's description. You can see it all there. See it all there, okay? If you have a workshop that you would like to submit to me, the link to the original workshop video where you have to submit your videos is in the description down below, along with the original video for EyrieWow's workshop. All that's in the description down below. You can also check out the live stream, twitch.tv/Barokoshama, aka me. That'll be down below, as well as my Twitter and Instagram handles. You guys can check that all out in the video's description. Anyway, sit back, relax, enjoy the roast. What is this? Oh my god. EyrieWow doing things in Azeroth. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, dude. This is so funny. Hold on, I gotta turn on restream chat. This is so great. I wish I was recording that first part. You might not want to include the intro, though. That might get copyrighted strike. No, you're fine, dude. This is fine. I have permission from you to use this. Alright, let's look at his shit. Oh, shit. Yo! Yo! Wait. It's documentary, too?
Shama's workshop series. This is me on my Elemental Shaman, of course, playing against Gorothi World Breaker on Mythic mode.
This is
My
so
gear
tight.
is currently 8 out of 11 Mythic, so this is just farm. I have.
This is what I want every workshop to be
long-time
like.
Shaman player, but I have only played Restoration Shaman up until Antaurus, so I am very excited to see all the little rotational mistakes, or possibly big rotational mistakes that I'm making.
Sexy voice.
And
Oh my
see
god.
if I can min-max some more to get some more out of my character. Thank you very much for taking a look at this.
Oh, thank you so much for the production value, dude. This is so crazy cool. I want every workshop to be this cool, man. No one can match my production value. Dude, this is so nice. Please. Dude, you got a you got a blue Yeti too, and you just talk into it like so sultry, like, hi, I'm doing a workshop for Barokoshama, and you know, I just really want him to roast me.
Here's the video.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
3.
I think you used your Ellie too early here. Eyrie, I am gonna tell you right now. 5, and then you use your Ellie. You don't need to do that. So what I want your opener from now on, I want your opener at 4 seconds. You're gonna do this really quickly. Opener at 4 seconds, you're gonna put down your totems. 3 seconds, you're gonna fire Ellie and pre-pot. 2 seconds, you're gonna precast elemental blast, and then you pull on 1. If your group does not do that, when is your
4, 3, 2, 1.
okay, you guys, okay, so do it all a second earlier then. Or just wait for the pull to flame shock. Do you understand what I mean? So like you have elemental blast to travel time. So you can use elemental blast's travel time as a precast, and then as soon as the target, or like as soon as the boss gets in combat, you can flame shock, and then your LA blast will hit the target at the same time.
1.
But you're gonna do this so that you have an extra second on your potion, you have an extra second on your fire elemental, and you have an extra second on your totems too. So all that kind of adds up a little bit. Lava burst, flame shot. Ooh. You even got timers. Blast. It's a slideshow. Blast. Refresh flame shock. Yeah. Blast. That is really, that's really smart. I commend you for that weak aura. The LA Blast weak aura. Ooh. Ooh. Remember your ABCs, Eerie. Never. I mean, always be casting. Never stop going big dick. Never stop going, always going big dick. As Asmongold would say. Never stop, always be casting. Earthshock. Yeah. Okay. When do you have your flame strike? At 5 seconds, you have flame strike. Okay. You have a weak aura for flame strike too. I wish I was seeing how much damage you were doing. Ellie Blast. Okay, so I'm glad that you used... Okay, always be casting. That's good. Why do you switch bars? Do you actually have to switch bars to, Like, I see your action bars, they're switching whenever you Earthshock. Is there a reason for that? Like, do you not have access to your action bar Earthshock? Like, it should just be on your main action bar, right? Because your shift modifier. Got it. Okay. Okay, here I can see a mistake that you did. This is very minor. You decided to walk backwards instead of strafing left. Like, at the end here you start strafing, right? But you should always be casting. I mean, in this moment, you're not going to be able to fish for Power of the Maelstrom procs from your Lava Burst because you didn't have any... Well, you did have a Lava Burst charge. I can see one here. You also overcapped your Maelstrom, like, kind of a lot here. So what I would have recommended doing, in this situation, you had 89 Maelstrom, okay? I could see it right on your bars. We're going to turn the music back on. You had 89 Maelstrom, and you're moving away from the boss, right? Because he's doing the sucky thing. You could have Earthshocked. You could have used your 2 stacks of Stormkeeper instead of just not doing anything. Strafing is a very powerful thing to do in fights like this, where you can still attack while moving in one direction, in the opposite direction. You can still attack. It's used in PvP from all pros. It's used in fights like these where you have to move in the opposite direction, but you can still cast instant cast spells or like even on the move spells. Like, you have to understand situations where you can strafe and cast. So this is one of those. You had a lot of opportunity here. Instead, you held on to your Maelstrom, you held on to your Stormkeeper stacks. You even have Gust of Wind. So I would have, in this situation, at the start of it, let's see here. So we have Living Destruction. That's sucking you in, right? You have 1 stack of Lava Burst. You still have Earth Shock. Okay, we're going to go over the situation again. You could have Lava Bursted right here. You have Gust of Wind for mobility. So you could have faced the boss, Lava Bursted, turned around, Wind Gusted, or not even Wind Gusted. You could have Lava Bursted into an Earth Shock, turned around, Wind Gusted the opposite direction, right? Add your Stormkeepers for more damage on the move. And you had Ellie Blast up here too. But you cap your Maelstrom instead, and you like run the opposite direction. You have the Moose Rush as well. Yeah, see, so you have like really insane movement as a High Mountain Tauren. But this is a very important, like, I think this is the biggest thing. Nick, I'm away from my mic. Oh shit, I gotta turn, hold on. I gotta turn noise gate off. There you go. So you can hear all of my voice. And so even though if I go back here, you're still gonna hear me. Yeah, so do you understand what I'm saying here, Eerie? This situation could have gone by a lot smoother. Your alley blast could have been on cooldown faster. Your earth shock wouldn't have capped Maelstrom. In this situation too, like, I know like this entire thing would have been different if you did what I suggested, but you still have 4 seconds left on your Stormkeeper here, right? And you have a 2-stack of lava burst. I wouldn't have casted Stormkeeper right after this. This is the portion of a fight where you're fishing for Maelstrom, right? Your Stormkeeper's on CD. What can you do in order to maximize your lightning bolt damage to your Stormkeeper? You can fish for power of the Maelstrom procs with lava burst. So you had enough time to double cast your lava burst here. So you still had 3 seconds left on that, but you use it anyway. You definitely had enough time to cast this lava burst before that Stormkeeper ran out, and then you could have immediately cast this last Stormkeeper buff at the end of your lava burst. You didn't get a power of the Maelstrom proc there, but that's not the point. What is that howl? What? That's so cool. Blast. Capping Maelstrom here. After that second lava burst, or even, yeah, after this second lava burst, you definitely should have earth shocked. You were casting it at, like, after your cast of lava burst, you had 82 Maelstrom. That's already, like, really high for gamble build. The Totem Mastery running out. Oh, that's nice. I like that. So, yeah, in this situation, I definitely would have earth shocked here. You never know. You could have gotten a boots proc. Could have your earth shock becomes a Maelstrom generator with aftershock and Deceiver's Blood Pack boots combination. So in this situation, you could have avoided capping Maelstrom if you got an earth shock proc from your earth shock. Always, you have to be very tentative with your Maelstrom in gamble build. Be very, very tentative. Absolutely 100%. You know, Maelstrom is very strict for Elemental Shaman. Like, if you earth shocked here after this, so lightning bolt is 8 Maelstrom, okay? You're at 93 already, so you'd be at 101 plus totem ticking, so 102. If you earth shocked there and then you got an boots proc, you would have overcapped by like a crap ton. 36 to be exact. 36 Maelstrom you would have overcapped by. I don't know if that was a overload. But that's kind of a lot of Maelstrom, dude. Mew Chow, what's up, dude? Aventio, isn't Ice Fury better on Garathi? I think it is. But I'm also trying out Storm Elemental on Garathi, and it actually did very, very well this week for me. I heard lately that you should not Earthshock until 100. No, that's bullshit. Ellie Blast, finish it. Use Bull Rush. Okay, or that. I like that. Earthshock. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Blast. Yeah, get in there. Oh. Oh. Oh, you're like, no, I'm not going to do that. Stormkeeper. Stormkeeper. Okay. Stormkeeper. Stormkeeper! Always have Stormkeeper on cooldown. Always, always, always have Stormkeeper on cooldown. Your Stormkeeper takes precedence over your casting Lava Burst. Okay? Because it's a 1 minute cooldown. It's very short, but it can be very, very powerful. So you want to be putting it on cooldown as soon as it comes up, or as soon as possible when it comes off cooldown. In this situation here, yeah, Elemental Blast coming off cooldown, that's fine. But Stormkeeper was coming off cooldown 3 seconds before Elemental Blast. And let me show you what you did here. So you Lightning Bolted, you double casted Lightning Bolt. You even triple casted Lightning Bolt. You had Stormkeeper off cooldown and 2 seconds to Elemental Blast. I would have immediately used Stormkeeper here. Okay? Put that shit on cooldown as fast as possible. After the Stormkeeper, you Elemental Blast. After that Elemental Blast, fish for Lava Bursts. Fish for Lava Bursts, fish for Power of the Maelstrom procs. You had a rotation, a very easily, like, manipulative rotation here. It was, to me, I can see it, right? Maybe you didn't see it in this time, but that's okay. Like, you would have Elemental Blasted into that Earth Shock too. Don't rely on your weak auras. I think maybe you're relying on your weak auras a little too much here to tell you what to do in your rotation, or your weak auras aren't accurate enough. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, take some time to do your rotation, but be proactive with your CDs. Don't listen just to your weak auras, because you held on to the Stormkeeper and the Elemental Blast like for quite some time. Yeah, you're still holding on to Stormkeeper. There it is. Look at this. Now you got the Power of the Maelstrom proc, okay? I mean, Stormkeeper would have been used anyway by now, but I'm saying, like, when you use Stormkeeper, fishing for... Yeah, okay, this is another situation where I want you to fish for... This situation wouldn't have happened if you did what I suggested in the first place, but I'm telling you now, Lava Burst after your Stormkeepers. Try and get Power of the Maelstrom procs, because you don't have them. I can see it, right? So there's no reason for you to use these Stormkeepers right now. You still have 15 seconds on your Stormkeeper buff, right? And you have 2 stacks of Lava Burst ready to be used. But instead you use all 3 Stormkeeper procs because you feel the need that you need to move this far away from the Decimator Blast. You feel the need to move with Stormkeeper to go over here and jump and shit and use your instant cast. But, like, you don't even need to do that. You could have stood still. You could have casted your Lava Burst. And then you could have moved right out of the way of this Decimator Blast right here. Annihilator, Decimator, whatever it's called, right? And then you get, from your 3rd Lava Burst, you get a Power of the Maelstrom right here. I can see it right here, right? See, I'm not saying that this would have lined up with your Stormkeeper, but I'm saying, like, that's the situation that you want to follow, right? That's the situation that you want to try and put yourself in. Cooldowns, always, right? Over Lava Burst. And then Earth Shock here. That was a good Earth Shock. Elemental Blast, please. Thank you. That's good. That's good.
Now hit it very hard.
Nah. I love that weak aura. With Bloodlust, now hit it very hard and very fast. That is awesome. Yes. That is awesome, dude. Meme weak auras are the best. They are, dude. That's awesome. All right, it looks like you killed this boss. It looks like you killed this boss. I mean, why would you submit a wipe, right? Oh, totems need to go down. All right. Well, you know what? Okay. Guys, this is the end of Eerie's workshop. So things that you need to work on, EyrieWow. Definitely don't rely on your weak auras as much as you are, because that's kind of crippling you. Understanding the strict value of Maelstrom to Earth Shock. Understand that your cooldowns are utmost important, and you should not be whiffing them or like delaying them. So Elemental Blast for 1, yes. Stormkeeper for 1. Be fishing for Power of the Maelstrom procs on your Lava Burst, and yeah, don't use your Stormkeeper casts right away if you can delay those in any way. Like if you need to refresh Flame Shock, if you need to Earth Shock, in order to delay a few seconds or a couple seconds to try and get that last Lava Burst, because you don't have a Power of the Maelstrom proc. Like, figure out your options in that situation, right? Elemental Shaman is a very adaptive playstyle, and you need to understand what decisions you need to make on the move, what decisions you need to make very quickly in order to bring out the most in your DPS in those situations. Ice Fury is, for one of the hardest specs to play, I think, in the game, because of how adaptive you need to be and how quick thinking you need to be for that playstyle. But in this sense, try out a couple more builds for Garathi. Stormkeeper or Primal Elementalist and Storm Elemental is becoming very, very popular on short fights, like Varimathras and Garathi Worldbreaker. So try and figure out if you have the gear to do well in this situation. So I recommend to try out different talent patterns for that. Anything else? Let me think. Always be casting. You know, that point in the video where you were walking away from the boss and you had options there, right? You have movement, you're a timeout and torrent, so you have bull rush, you're an elemental shaman, so you have gust of wind, right? You shouldn't have been running away from the boss, like, and not casting. I forget where it was. It was for the first. Anyway, you know what I'm talking. This one right here. This is the part right here, right? You're running the opposite direction when you're a very mobile class, actually, especially with Bull Rush. So when it comes to something like that, always be casting. Remember that, okay? Anyway, I think this is it for workshop for EyrieWow. I hope that you enjoyed it, guys, and I hope that Eyrie learned a few things. I hope that everybody actually learned a few things from this. I enjoy doing boss guides a lot more because it allows me to really give you guys tips and tricks on those specific bosses on how to boost your DPS in those specific situations. Mimis. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to catch me live on twitch.tv/Barokoshama, we do these roasts, in quotation. Now they're workshops. Don't worry about it. You get roasted, but it's all in good fun and learning. Twitch.tv/Barokoshama. This is where we do them live. You can follow me on there. Sub to my channel if you want to support my content. Don't forget to sub to my YouTube channel. Barokoshama. It's the same thing. Same name. Also, follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. I'll be leaving the links to everything in the description down below. If you want to participate in the workshops, the rules will be down below, as well as the video where you need to post your own workshop video / row shop video. All in the comment section down below. My name's Barokoshama. Thank you so much for watching. Keep calm and Maelstrom on.